Hello everyone, if you have watched my previous videos and you got some knowledge from that videos, please do like and subscribe my channel. And now moving on to the next topic, as we have discussed on the sums of common size P&L account, I've got the requirement for solving more sums on the same. So we'll practice two sums in this video so that you will not require further revision in this part. So your common size P&L and comparative size P&L account will be clear to you. So moving on to the question number 1. Now we are given certain details regarding question number 1. This is very basic sums, only it creates a bit confusion. That's why I'm solving two questions in this video. So be very practical and clear to it. Starting with question number 1. Now we are given common size P&L account. We have to prepare common size P&L account and we are given some details. So the heading will be common size P&L account. In this we need to prepare columns. Now there are more columns as compared to comparative size P&L account. First column will be particulars. Now if you see in the question that you require more working note, so you can prepare the second column of working note, but as this question is very easier, you don't have to prepare any working note. So we'll not prepare second column, working note number 1. Next. Now the next column is your amount. And the third column is your percentage to sales. Or you can even write just percentage to sales. If you've got already the information, I'm removing this, erasing this common size P&L account, you have to write down the heading common size P&L account. So here it will come as amount. This is your question number 1. Now, there are two sub-columns in this as well as this. 31st March 2016 we are given. 31st March 2017. Here also 31st March 2016 and 31st March 2017. Now, coming to the solution part. We are given sales revenue, revenue from operations and sales revenue are the same thing. First is your sales revenue. First we'll write all the details given in your particular side. Second is your expenses. In your expenses you are given net purchase for resale. Net purchase for resale. Next is your employee benefit expenses. Next is your financial cost. Fourth is your depreciation and amount amortized. Now, next we'll write the total expenses. We'll add all this. Next is your, according to the format, profit before tax. Next thing is your income tax. Income tax is given in the question as 30%. And the last thing is your profit after tax. Now, coming to the amounts, we'll first of all put out the amounts. So, in 2016, we are given the amount as 30 lakh. In 17, amount is 37 lakh 50,000. We'll just put a line over here because as we discussed in the previous sum, your sales will be assumed as 100%. So, we'll put here 100 and 100, based on which we'll be calculating your whole amount. Your expenses are, net purchase is your 15 lakh. Then it is your 20 lakh 62,500. Next is your 3 lakh. Next is your 2 lakh 50,000. Now coming to 1 lakh 80,000 and 2 lakh 25,000. Over here depreciation amount is given as 2 lakh 70,000 and 3 lakh. Your total expenses are 22 lakh 50,000. Over here 28 lakh 37,500. Profit before tax given in the question is 7 lakh 50,000 and 9 lakh 12,500. Next is your tax 2 lakh 25,000. Over here 2 lakh 73,750. Now profit after tax is your 5 lakh 25,000. Subtracting this, you are getting this figure 6 lakh 38,750. Now to calculate the percentage is a very easy task. Now for example, for the solution, you have 3 lakh 100%. So cross multiply 15 lakh how much? So 15 lakh into 100 divide by your 30 lakh. So you will get 50%. Over here 50. Now 37 lakh 50,000 is 100. So 20 lakh 62,500 how much? So you can just cross multiply it. 20 62,500 into 100 divided by 37 lakh 50,000. We are getting 55 over here. Now coming to this part, we'll compare everything with this only. So 3 lakh into 100 divided by 30 lakh. We are getting it as 10%. Now coming over here, 2 lakh 50,000 into 100 divided by 37 lakh 50,000. You're getting 6.67%. Coming over here, 1 lakh 80,000 into 100 divided by 30 lakh into 100. You're getting over here 6. Now I have further answers, so I'll jot it down. You can calculate on your calcs. Here you get 75. That is your 75.67. Next is your 25, 24.33. Next is your 7.5, 7.30. Your final answer is 17.5 and 17.03. We'll just do this solutions again. Now, for 2,25,000, we need to calculate. So, 2,25,000 into 100 divided by 30 lakh. 7.5. Now, here 273, 750 into 100 divided by 37,50,000. We're getting 7.3. So, now here we complete the topic of your comparative common size P&L account or common size income statement. So this is your first question. It includes very basic things and it includes everything. Even your format also, even your solution also. And to consider this 100 is the basic part to solve any sum on common size P&L account, or you can say common size income statement. Now, when you're done with the first sum, we'll move on to the second sum. I hope this much part is noted. Now moving on to the second sum, this will cover all kind of your expenses and even will not require revision for your common size P&L account and comparative size P&L account. Now moving on to the solution of your second sum. I'm not writing the heading common size P&L account as it covers place. So we'll write particulars, making it as first column. Next is your amount, which is further divided into two columns, 31st March 2016 and 31st March 2017. Next is your percentage to sales. Again both the years, 31st March 2016 and 31st March 2017. Now we'll put all the things in particulars first. First is your sales revenue. Next is your other income. Even in this question, we are not mentioned within any kind of working note, so I will not prepare the second column note number. It's your choice whether to prepare working note column or not. You can write it in the bracket itself. Third is your total income. Next is your expenses. In your expenses, things covered are from the question: cost of goods consumed. This is for cost of goods. Second is your net purchase for resale. Net purchase for resale. Next is your change in stock. Change in stock. Next part is your employees benefit expenses. Employees benefit expenses. Next is your financial cost. Fifth is done. Sixth is the depreciation and amount being amortized. 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 It is not being amortized, it is amortized. Next is your profit before tax. Now this is fifth. Profit before tax. Now you will subtract your income tax less income tax. And the seventh one is your profit after tax. Now we'll put on the figures, then we'll find out the percentage. We'll put again sales revenue as 100. If you want to put a line, it will be more easier for you to compare. Even this is your personal choice whether to put it or not. We'll put the amounts: 28 lakh, then is your 32 lakh, then your other income given in the question are 4 lakh, 6 lakh, your total income is 32 lakh and 38 lakh. Next is your expenses. In your expenses, your cost of goods consumed are 14 lakh 50,000 and 16 lakh 80,000. Next is your net purchase for resale, 2 lakh 80,000 and 3 lakh. Next is your change in stock, 370 and 70. Now 70 is given in the question only negative, so its percentage will also come in negative. Employees benefit expenses, 1 lakh 80 and 2 lakh. Next is your financial cost, 90,000 and 1 lakh 40,000. Next is your profit before tax. For this we need to subtract the income minus total expenses. We just forgot to write total expenses over here. I'll write it in short, total expenses. So we'll do the total over here, total expenses. So total expenses are 14 lakh 50,000 plus 2 lakh 80,000 plus 3 lakh 70,000 plus 1 lakh 80,000 plus 90,000. Your total expenses are 24 lakh 70,000. This depreciation, I'll just cross check the figures. 1 lakh 14 lakh 50,000, 2 lakh 80,000, 3 lakh 70, 180. There is a mistake over here. I just forgot to mention the financial cost. So we'll put the financial cost 90,000, 1 lakh 40,000. And your depreciation and amortized amount is 1 lakh and 1 lakh. So your total will be 24 lakh 70,000 and 23 lakh 50,000. Now your profit before tax you are given in the question, but that profit before tax will not be considered. We need to subtract your expenses from the income. So 32 lakh minus 24 lakh 70,000. We are getting 7 lakh 30,000. Next is your 38 lakh minus this, minus 23 lakh 50,000. We are getting 14 lakh 50,000. Now income tax rate is 30%. So 7 lakh 30,000 into 30%. We are getting 2 lakh 19,000. Here 14 lakh 50,000 into 30%. We are getting 4 lakh 35,000. Then subtract the amounts. 730 minus 2 lakh 19,000. We are getting 5 lakh 11,000. Next is your 14 lakh 50,000 minus 435. We are getting 10 lakh 15,000. Now coming to the percentage part. We'll do a quick part of this. We'll solve everything in this. 4 lakh into 100 divided by 28 lakh. 14.29. Next is your 6 lakh into 100 divided by 32 lakh. 18.75. So your total will be 114.29 and 118.75. Now coming to this, 14 lakh 50,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. Getting 51.79. Coming over here, 16 lakh 80,000 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. 52.5. Next, 22 lakh 80,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. This will be 10. Next, 3 lakh into 100 divided by 32 lakh. 9.375, that is 9.3. Next is your 3 lakh 70,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. You're getting 13.21. Now as this is minus, we'll get a percentage in minus. 70,000 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. 2.1875, so we'll write 2.19. Now 1 lakh 80,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh, we are getting 6.43. Next is your 2 lakh into 100 divided by 32 lakh, we are getting 6.25. Next is your 90,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh, we are getting 3.21. Next, 1 lakh 40,000 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. Getting 4.375. We can write 4.38. Mostly, we need to put amounts up to 2 decimal places. Next is your 1 lakh into 100 divided by 28 lakh. We're getting 3.57. Sorry, I forgot to write this in negative. Next is your 1 lakh into 100 divided by 32 lakh. We're getting 3.125. We will write 3.13. Now 24 lakh 70,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. 88.21. Next is 2350 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. 73.44. Next is your 7 lakh 30,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. 26.07. 14 lakh 50,000 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. Getting 45.31. Next, 219 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. 7.82. Next is your 435 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. 13.59. So now last 5 lakh 11,000 into 100 divided by 28 lakh. 18.25. Next is your 10 lakh 15,000 into 100 divided by 32 lakh. You're getting 31.70. Now, actually the sum is very basic. As I made mistake over here forgetting to write the amount, you can also make such mistakes. So you have to be very careful when you are solving the sum. Now this part is totally clear with 2 sums of each comparative size P&L, common size P&L account. So this will cover the part of your revision also. If you have any doubts, you can raise it in the comment section. Thank you.